What's up, Wayne Barron here, and well, working on my Ranger again. The last video that I did on this was about a year ago, and you saw me messing around with the fuel pump assembly. Well, the fuel pump assembly was the correct assembly, but the fuel pump size was incorrect. I needed to have a high pressure fuel pump, and what I got was a low pressure pump. However, after I got the high pressure pump, the truck ran for about 2 days and then stopped working and no longer worked. And chasing down wiring issues, talking back and forth with my dad, because he was the one that did all the wiring inside the truck. And my brother put the motor and transmission in. I bought the motor and transmission for $900. It's a 95 motor and transmission, and for a Ford Ranger, and it's an 83 Ranger, so as you can imagine, this thing will smoke it. And so, but anyway, my brother put in the motor and transmission, and my dad did all the wiring in it. And so I had to get a hold of him to find out if, or how exactly he wired everything, and find out how to track down everything. And so with a lot of conversations with him and looking at different videos, we decided to take a look at the fuse panel or box up underneath the hood. And wait for the cars right by. Anyway, after all the cars have ridden by and we've come back, the fuse box up underneath the hood, we started looking at it. Well, I took the fuse box away from the side of the fender well, and I don't know what I did, but it made the fuel pump start working. And so, however, what we're going to be doing in this video is that I've got my gas tank sitting over there, and I've got, we're getting ready to bring this bed up, and then we're going to put the fuel tank, attach it back to the truck, and then connect everything up, and then I want to show you the fuel pump assembly and how to put it together with the new fuel pump and the high pressure pump on a low pressure assembly, which doesn't really matter. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing, so let's get to it. As you can see, that was pretty simple. Well, actually, I had to cut a bolt out of the far left side over here in order to do this. I got all the other bolts out of the bed, but that bolt on the far left front corner was rusted and the nut was broken. And have you ever noticed that whenever you do a video that cars seem to ride by your house every single time? So, but anyway, that's that part. So let me get the rest of the goodies, and then we'll go ahead and get this thing started. This right here I was using as a test ground on my tank, because I was testing each area to see if maybe it was a grounding issue that was causing my fuel pump not to come on, and so that's what this was used for. But this right here is actually, this nut and bolt is used to attach the tool bin to the bed, so can't lose that. Just moved to our new location, so this is plentiful. Bunch of cardboard laying around. Okay, here's the gas tank. Muriatic acid. That's it. I reckon that's how you pronounce this stuff. Next, it's used for cleaning concrete and so forth. Lowe's, $5 for this. My father put a liner inside of the tank, and so the truck sat for so many years that the gas that was inside of it basically became its own dissolvent, and it started to dissolve the inside of the fuel line or the tank liner. And so whenever I put everything on here before and got the truck started, after it stopped and I took out the fuel pump assembly, the strainer, which is like a filter, was gunked up with black stuff after 2 days. And so I drained the tank out, and then I reached my hand inside the tank and I rubbed it around, and whenever I rubbed it around, I felt something, and it was it was bubbling up. So I grabbed a hold of it and I pulled out a strip about that long of the inside tank liner. I pulled out as much as I could, got out as much as I could, started doing some research online, found out that you can use vinegar, apple cider vinegar. So I tried some of that, let it set overnight, got it the next day, and it had peeled a lot of it off, but not enough. So then I did some more research and found a video online with this guy. No, it wasn't a video, it was on a forum, where this guy said to use this. So I went out, bought this for about $5 over at Lowe's, filled the tank about halfway full of water, and then poured in about half of this jug inside the tank, and then filled the rest of it up completely to where it was coming about up to here. And then I covered it and let it set for 2 days. Come back out, and every bit of that liner was gone. All of the rust that was inside of it was gone. Everything was gone. Well, the tank's been setting for about a couple months now, and it started to rust on the inside, so I had to use the rest of it and let it set for 2 days, and it cleaned out all the rust, so now the tank's ready to go. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to move the camera up here. We're going to go ahead and get this thing attached. I had to go find my nut, because I lost my nut. Trust me, you don't want to lose your nut. But anyway, got a nut, so we're going to go ahead and put this daggone tank up underneath the truck and go ahead and get this ball, this show on the road. There you go. Alright, let's get this done. Okay, what we got here is we got the fuel pump assembly. Okay, we got the fuel pump assembly here. We got a fuel strainer here, which looks like so. Okay, and then inside of here, we have our high pressure fuel pump, and then we got our little rubber piece that goes around our fuel pump. So what you do is take this right here and put it on your fuel pump. Yeah, that looks good right there. So about right up in there. Alright, that looks good. Okay. So the first thing we want to do with this is that we need to slide it onto here. So we got these guys right here. And this is a Phillips head. Go over to my truck, grab a hold of the Phillips head. So, and 2 pieces need to go on there. Okay, had to go get my Phillips head, so let's go ahead and loosen this all the way up. Bring it up to here. that joker ain't going to come loose anyway, so we're just going to actually leave that one alone. We're going to keep this on here to attach this right here. So grab a hold of this joker, and we got to get it on here. Slide it all the way in. Okay. Then bring this over. Let it pop in. Joker. Alright, there it goes. So that's how that needs to go on there. It is a little tedious. It really is a pain in the butt. Gotta get that nut in yonder. Slide this down to here. And they really wouldn't want to make this too difficult, would they? I mean, to be honest with you, it probably is not even needed. Due to the fact that it's on there so daggone tight, it's probably not even needed. But we'll get it on there anyway, just to be on the safe side. Okay, that's good enough. So we got that part. Now these right here are leads that go in, and so seriously, bring this around, and our black goes to our negative, and then our red goes to our positive. So go ahead and bring that up to there. Okay, we got that part done. And so that's basically it. This right here needs to go on. That's a nice fit, nice tight fit too. So, alright, so that's what it looks like when it's all put together. So it's just like that, okay? So, yeah, it's going to be sitting like this right here, underneath the tank, like this. Well, actually, it's going to be more along the lines like this right here. And so, yeah. She's ready to go. So that right there will get us to that part. So the next part will be putting this inside the tank after we test it to make sure that everything works properly. Okay, see you on the next part. Okay, what we're going to do right now is that we're going to test this to make sure that everything's working right. So we're going to take our connectors, connect it up. Well, get on there. Okay, what we're hunting for is that whenever my son turns the ignition, this thing right here should spin up. So go ahead and turn the ignition. And that's what we're wanting. So, alright, that's it. Okay, so that means that we're getting power back here, and this thing is running right. And so, yeah, We're going to go ahead and get this, go ahead and put it inside the tank. Let's go ahead and take this, give me that red screwdriver. Pop this back off. Seriously, get off. Okay, now what we're going to do is that we got to get our goodies. Set that right there. I had this sitting on the top of the truck. This is our rubber seal, or O-ring, as some may call it. I'm going to set that right there. I'm going to take this. We're actually going to turn this just a little bit right there. So that a little bit more. Okay. We turned it so that it would bypass our float, so that our float doesn't get caught up underneath that. So now let's go ahead and, okay, so now let's go ahead and slide this thing inside. I'm sorry about that, but anyway, you get the gist of it. We slid it into the tank like so, and then after we got it inside the tank, bring it all the way back. You want to seat it good. Make sure that your O-ring is seated really good. And, okay. Bring this down. Slide it around, that way you get a good seal. Okay, and that right there has got you sealed, so now we're ready to install this thing up underneath the truck, so that's what we're going to do next. Alrighty, well the first thing that we're going to do here is that we've got to get the tank up underneath the truck, and we've got two brackets that go around. One right here, and then this one right here. Okay, so we need to go ahead and get this one hooked up in here. Okay, so now that's done. Go ahead and get this slid in here. We got these two rubber pieces that are right here. Okay, we got these two rubber pieces right here, and each one of these, one will go here, one will go there. It keeps the tank from vibrating and sliding. So that way there's no friction, no fire. Anyway, so we'll get that put on yonder. Get all these put up over here so they're not in the way. Okay, we're going to slide this up underneath this right here, up underneath our tank, and because what you didn't see was me fighting with something, but I forgot to put this up underneath it. Let's try this one more time. Okay. Move. Oh. A little bit of advice, get 2 people to help you friggin' do this shit. Thank you, son. Okay. Alright, now you get this rubber piece up underneath there. That's gonna be a friggin' joke. Now, I'm put that other piece on. I'm holding it right now. Okay. All right.
Mine or yours?
This right here, it's friggin' degraded badly. Can't find them no more. They're probably out there, and I'll find one some daggone time or another. E3 EC 99075-AA. So yeah, I'll see if I can't find that. Anyway, this right here goes to the tank first. Right here, this is for the vapor. So that it's got a place for the vapors to come out. Alright, and then pop this in. Okay. Okay. Alright, now we gotta put this line on. This right here is the vapor that I just got finished showing how to put this in. Okay, so first you put in the rubber piece first, and you pop in the vapor, and then you connect on the hose. It seems like my bracket's about shot. So okay, that's got that one in. Okay. Yeah. That's the first one. And then we need to find the other one. So it goes on like so. And this one goes on like so. But I need to find my other one like that. Be right back. Stop. We got a little bit too big of a bracket, but it'll work for right now anyway. Okay, that's good. So that's got that one on there. Do this one, and it's definitely not a fit. So we use the screwdriver. We can find it. Now the fun part is making sure that your fuel lines are actually connected into the right place. So I've got that on there. Actually, pull this off, go up underneath here, then come around, plug it back in. Now let's pour some fuel in it. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this fuel in here.
Those aren't walking on water.
Battery's dead. Cabin light. All else fails, you make your own.
Wait, how did you pour the,
This stuff is like gold now. Yep. Gasoline. Piss looking gold. Alright, turn ignition. Don't cut on, just turn it. Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. The truck is now running. Can't tell y'all. I had to jump it. It was only reading 11 volts from the battery, enough to make the fuel pump go. But the truck wouldn't start on its own. So now she's running. As you can see, she started up real nice. But yeah, anyway, I hope that y'all enjoyed this, and y'all have a great time, okay? And hi, welcome to Wayne's Vlog, 83 Ford Ranger, 95 motor. Do y'all want to see the motor? Let's come over here and take a look at the motor. Okay.